of genocide deniers. And despite this foreign interference, despite those protests, it didn't work. In Canada, in Brampton, we do not forget our history, and we do not forget the extent of the Tamil genocide. And as I said to that protest, when the first, to genocide deniers, you're not welcome in Brampton, you're not welcome in Canada, go back to Colombo. You know, my staff asked me if I wanted some speaking notes for today. And normally they give me speaking notes, and I said, not today, this is very personal, and I wanted to speak from the heart. In 2009, at the time I was MP in Barrie, and there was 2 Tamil families in the city. 2. Not 2,000, not 12,000, 2. And one of the families was the Suresh Kumar family, Ranji and Aaron. And they came into my office, and Ranji broke into tears. And she said her family was being butchered, that the genocide was killing innocent civilians. And in her tears, I saw truth. This was not someone trying to spin me. This was someone who was speaking her lived reality. And she said there was going to be a protest in Ottawa, and she said, would you join that protest in front of the House of Commons? And I felt her passion, and it was contagious. And so I went to that protest in front of the House of Commons in 2009, and I realized the pain, the sorrow, the anguish that Ranji was feeling. There was tens of thousands of Canadians feeling the same way. You know, hundreds of thousands of civilians were murdered by the Sri Lankans, and that the state engaged in a campaign of misinformation. They tried to disparage and attack Tamils who were speaking up for the truth, for justice. So not only was it a physical genocide, it was an attack on Tamils everywhere. For their life were being disparaged and attacked. And instead of being treated and celebrated for having the courage to stand up for loved ones, they were attacked brutally by a misinformation campaign. And then it wasn't just 2009. The fact that we still see lawsuits and protests shows that that misinformation campaign continues today. But I think it's also a time to celebrate the resilience of the community. Who would have thought in 2009, when the community felt alone, that here we are today with a monument remembering the genocide despite the objections of the war criminals in Sri Lanka. Here we are today in Canada and at the United Nations with a nonpartisan consensus that the Tamil genocide is a dark chapter in humanity.